Hey, good to see you. Thanks for coming back to my channel. So this week I am showing off a Grumbacker sketchbook. It's from forever ago. I'm trying to work on using some of the art supplies I have, and so this one I had a lot of stuff that I was frustrated with, and then so I abandoned it and tried something else. Oh gosh, the cover was so ugly on that thing. I put some scrapbook paper and painted over it. You can see where it came through on the holes in it. But that low key helped me be willing to pick it up. If it's too ugly, I'm like, I don't want to use that. I'll go find a pretty looking sketchbook. So that helped me be willing to use this sketchbook in one instance. Oh, so rambling, I missed it. The pages in this Grumbacker sketchbook, you can pull them out and you can put them back in and you can rearrange the sketches in that, which is awesome. I did that with a comic that I was taking for a test drive, and nobody liked the main character. And so nobody liked it. So I just stuck it in the back of the sketchbook so I could not have to look at the fail. I was looking at working on other things. Now I have to flip through it to get to the blank page. So that's a study of somebody's painting that I did because I just had too many paintings that I didn't like. And so I found a painting that I liked and I thought about what are the elements that make this a successful piece and how can I incorporate it in my work. And I don't know if I did, but I do know that I made something with my hands that I felt good about. And so it helped me get on the horse. Oh my gosh. So there's a little girl that I was working with, and we were talking about animals, and I started asking her the names of the animal toys we had in front of us, and she's like, "It's a pink turkey." And a sloth she called it a slob. "It's a slob, miss." And she thought that that was so great, I immortalized it. And you can still, with this piece, I'm like, oh, yep, another one where I don't quite have my feet under me. Perseverance. Look at this guy. He's so cute. And I did a couple more interiors. Oh, that's inspired by working with kids. Or if you ask them to smile, they don't know how to fake a smile yet. And so they'll do this thing where they show their teeth, and it is so creepy. And this one, uh, I'm tapping to the little desert globe. I think that's hilarious. And here we get to some paintings that I actually did with my channel. That's 5 and below watercolor, which actually did better than the Hobby Holly, which is twice as much. Now, Hobby Holly tipped off the paper, and that was a first for me. And it's one of 2 palettes that I've washed down the sink, both of which were non-toxic, and I don't feel bad about entering the pigments or dyes to the water system. But the plastic container was more fruitful for me to have to store paints that I mixed too much of or purposely mixed too much of because I wanted to work on paints. I'm showing off that yellow ochre with the purple, which I liked so much. I used it in other paintings and it actually worked even better than in that painting. That painting's kind of ugly potato. But I'm proud of it because it led to good things. And here we have some sketchbook pages where I painted simple characters on top of it. And I really like that. And so when I was in a place where everything was too much, and I'm like, I need to figure out how to have play in my world, I started doing paintings with patterning in it. And oh, this is an old familiar friend. You'll see him in some other sketchbooks I have. And so, in an attempt to figure out play, I'm like, okay, I need to do a theme, which is like spooky season. And I'm like, okay, the last painting that I liked had patterning in it. And so, simple characters, spooky season, patterns. Okay, I can do this. And like, I did that background. I hand painted that gingham. Like, it's not terrible, it just takes a lot to do, it just takes a lot of tape. And these next paintings, like, I had so much fun with these, and, like, simplifying the things to think about really freed me up. Okay, so technically that's not a pattern, but I had a sketch not a scrapbook page that had patterns that I, like, took inspiration and blew up. And look, there's an overlay, and I got it to work this time, and it was not by adding weight, it was by thinning down the paint. And here I'm, like, playing with ideas again. I wanna do a series about a marching bear band that's all that bright orange. How much fun. Oh, and I think these are my most successful paintings of the year, and I don't think I would have ever gotten there if I hadn't gotten to the place where I'd been, um, trying to figure out what's fun and what works for me with playing. I thought that one was a little too small, but I think they make a great, like, I'm gonna hang all 3 of them on my wall. And this is where I filled up the sketchbook with new things, and the rest of it is like test strips. There's a page where I show off all the things that I used and my thoughts on them. I'm doing this in every sketchbook. Like, I feel like every time you use up something, it's low key a little victory. And then we have test strips in the experimentation in the comic nobody liked. And that is my sketchbook. Oh, the Texas painting that I went by real fast. Prickly pear is a native cactus to Texas, and you can make jelly out of its fruits. Fun fact. And oh, I really liked how this experiment with colored line work worked. And then if you ever have stuff that you don't want to share, but you want to share the book with, sticky notes. I saw it on Mark Your Pages. He's a bullet journaler. I thought that was brilliant, and I wanted to talk about it to share. All right, guys, that is my video for this week. Come back next week. Have the best week ever. All right, later, friend.